Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and today I'm going to be showing you how to make kombucha. So first thing we're going to need is a jug. You can use a gallon jug, but I'm making 2 gallons today. And I love this one. It has a spigot on it that if you want to know when your kombucha is ready, instead of opening the cap, taking the SCOBY away, or taking the SCOBY out and trying it, you just open this little spigot down here and see if it's ready. So, and plus it has a cute little robe on it. And it also has this cap on it that if you want to do like a flavored kombucha, you can just put the cap on it and it seals it tight and you can do a flavored one. But today I'm going to take the cap off. It's really easy to take the cap off. You just press it there. I don't know if you can see that. But it just comes off like that. And then you can just, yeah, you don't need the cap. So first thing, we're going to brew our tea. So you're going to need this jug and you're going to need some tea. I use decaffeinated black tea. But you can use green tea, you can use caffeinated tea. Me and my husband are both sensitive to caffeine, so we choose to do decaf. And then you're going to need your container to brew your tea in. You're going to need 1 1/2 cups of sugar. I use raw cane sugar. You can use white sugar if you want. And then I have a little tip for you here. I opened all my tea bags and I'm gonna put them in here. And if I leave the bag on, I know some of the tea bags just have the little lip there. So if yours only have this little tab here, then you can use a rubber band. I have my rubber band here, but I'll show you when I have them all in there. Alright, so as you can see, if your tea bags just have this little tab on it, then it just wants to fall into your container. You just take a rubber band and you just put it over top here. And that holds all your tea bags in there that they don't fall down. So you're going to need 6 tea bags for 1 gallon, but I'm making 2 gallons, so I did 12 tea bags. So if you're just making 1 gallon, you just put half of whatever I'm putting in. Half the amount of sugar, half the amount of tea. Alright, now I'm going to grab my boiling water and I'm going to pour some boiling water in here. I have my pot holder under here so I don't, so it's not too hot for my table. So tea in Pennsylvania Dutch is thee. And now I'm gonna just leave this sit for, I don't know, probably 15 minutes just to get it nice and dark, to get it really brewed really nice. And then I'm going to take a spoon and just like make sure that the tea bags are all down in the water and everything. So now I have my tea brewed and that stuff is black. I let it sit for at least 15 minutes. Now I'm going to pour my sugar in here. Like I said, I have 1 1/2 cups of sugar. I used cane sugar. I'm going to pour that in there and then I'm going to pour the hot tea right on there so it melts the sugar. Now, we just need to melt the sugar. Let me grab a spoon. I'm just going to stir this. So you can see in the bottom, if you pick it up, you can see if the sugar is melted or not. But also, a good thing to do is check and make sure that your spigot is closed before you pour your tea in there. Luckily, mine was closed, so that's great. There's still some there. My sugar's all melted now. I forgot to translate. The sugar in Pennsylvania Dutch is zucker. Tea is thee. I already told you that, didn't I? Water is Wasser. Wasser. Alright, so now instead of waiting for this to cool off, I'm going to pour in half a gallon of ice cold water. So that makes 1 gallon of water. So I'm going to need another gallon of water. So I'll just pour another gallon of cold water in here. That way I don't have to let the tea cool off, because you cannot put the SCOBY into hot tea. It has to be room temperature. Alright, so now I filled this all the way up, and I wanted to mention before you start doing this, any containers that you're using, you want to make sure you wash it with hot water and soap, because the SCOBY eats on bacteria. So you don't want any bad bacteria in there, because it will ruin your SCOBY and the tea will not taste good. So make sure you wash everything with hot water and soap, like all your containers that you're using, so that you don't have any bacteria in it. Alright, so now I have my SCOBY. I just store this in the fridge in some kombucha, and I just got done washing this thing in hot water. And so I'm going to take my tongs, I'm going to get my SCOBY out. Woo! So, SCOBY looks just like a big ass booger or something. Yeah, it's like, it's kind of slimy and it's kind of gross actually, but if you've ever made vinegar, it's the same thing as, it looks like the same thing as vinegar mother, the mother of the vinegar. So I'm going to put this in here. Actually, first I want to pour this. Whoa, never mind. It just slipped out. I guess it's like, I'm leaving. I'm going to pour this kombucha in here. My chuck's too full. I'm going to have to take some out. Alright, you want to put at least two cups of, which would be like 16 ounces of kombucha into your tea when you start it, because that helps it ferment. If you don't have that, use apple cider vinegar. That works too. Also, make sure you do not use flavored kombucha in here because that will ruin your SCOBY. Alright, now we just let this sit for, if you have 1 gallon, you let it sit for 5 to 8 days, but I'm going to see how long it takes this 2 gallons to ferment. I'm sure it'll take longer, but I'm going to check it every once in a while and see how it's doing. So I'm going to grab my coffee filter and put. So I just use a coffee filter and a rubber band, but if you have cheesecloths or anything like that, you can use that. It's just to keep keep flies out and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna use the rubber band and put it right over that. All right, now we'll let it sit and see how long it takes. Oh, you wanna let this sit in room temperature. The warmer it is, the better. So it's basically a warm, dark place is the best. I'm just gonna put mine on the counter, and because I've done that before and it worked fine, so I'm gonna do it again. So it's been 17 days since I put this in here, and I was gonna do it at around 14 days. I checked it and it would have been great, but I didn't have time to do it. So if you're doing it, I would recommend around 14 days. So I'm just gonna show a little bit of how thick the SCOBY got, and it got so big too. Like, I mean, it is pretty thick. Maybe at the end I'll take it out and really show you guys, because I don't have to take it out to take the kombucha out because I have the spigot here. So let's fill this thing up, and I'm gonna make ginger berry kombucha. I don't want to fill it all the way to the top because I wanted a little bit of room for it to, if it gets pressure, so it doesn't overflow. Alright, now I'm going to take this. So the goal is for this to put ginger. I'm going to do 1 ginger blueberry and 1 ginger strawberry. So I have about a tablespoon of ginger here, and I'm just going to put that in there. Like, good luck to me getting the berries in, huh? See if I can figure this out. Let's try this. So I took about a half a cup of frozen blueberries, and I put them in the microwave, and then I smashed them with a fork just so you get all the juices out of it. I wonder if this is gonna work. It's gone. That was a slow process. So blueberries in Pennsylvania Dutch are blåbär. Alright, now that I have that in there, now I'm just going to put the cap on it. And then you let it sit for like 2 to 3 days. It depends how fizzy you want it. So the berries and the ginger, it feeds off of that instead of the SCOBY. And then it gets fizzy and it gives it a flavor. So every day, I'm going to turn this as tight as I can, and then once a day I want to just turn it loose a little bit so it doesn't explode. But what I've noticed is, I don't know if different fruit or different vegetables or something get more pressure, but this has not seemed to get much pressure, because I did one already right here, and I noticed that if I did it every day, it barely had any pressure. So last time I left it for 2 days, and then today when I opened this, it, I don't know if you heard that, but that went psh. See that? So that means it's got pretty good fizz. Ooh, I better not let it overflow. I mean, that's coming all the way up to the cap, so that should have pretty good fizz in there by now. And I'm gonna strain this. So this has set for, gosh, 3 days, I think. And I'm gonna strain it, put it in here. Ooh, I hope I didn't just ruin the fizz, because I poured it in there, because if you do that to pop, then there has no fizz anymore. So we'll see. I'll do this and then I'll try it, see how it tastes. I can get more in here. I gotta get rid of this, huh? Just pour the rest of it in here. Oh boy. Oh yeah, that's good. So there you can see the berries and the ginger. Like, it definitely does not look like fresh ginger anymore. Alright, I'm gonna put this in the sink real quick. Now, it's time to try it. That's good. It has a little bit of fizz, but the flavor is really good. Alright, now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put strawberry. I'm going to make this one strawberry ginger. So let's put the strawberry and the ginger in first. Actually, I'm going to rinse that out because there's still a little bit of ginger there. Alright, so I'm going to dump so I have about half a cup of crushed strawberries in here. I just used fresh strawberries and just crushed them with a fork. I'm going to put those in there. And then these bottles here, you've probably seen that they are kombucha bottles. This is the stuff that my husband really liked. So I decided I'm going to try to make my own kombucha instead of buying it in bottles, because it's very expensive, as you know if you've bought some. So I'm just using these bottles because I love them and they're glass. So, alright, let's put the ginger in it. Also, I wanted to mention that I will put a link in the description for everything you need to make kombucha. I'll probably put a link in for a SCOBY too, if you don't have a SCOBY, just so that you're not lost if you want to make it. Alright, now I'm going to fill this up like I did the other one. This thing's pretty heavy. Now, I still have probably about 2 quarts in here. So I gotta figure out if I want to make this the same, or if I want to make it plain, or if I want to make something else. But I also wanted to mention the chug. I got this at Walmart, but I could not find the exact chug on Amazon. If you buy a chug with a spigot, with a spout, just make sure that it is stainless and not plastic, because it will eat the it'll eat plastic. Or maybe it wouldn't eat it, but I wouldn't want to try it. You can do your own flavor. You can do just berries, or I don't know, do like kiwi or something like that. I've seen where ginger kiwi is good too. So far, I've noticed that if you put ginger in it, it gives it a lot stronger of a flavor than just berries of any kind. So you can play with it and see what you like, and let me know what the flavor is that you love. Maybe you have one that I haven't tried yet, so that'd be great. All right, I think that's it for the video today. I'll figure out what I'm going to do with this one. And thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video. Please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel. Bye.